Yeah, I'm back. I'm so tired of YouTube. Oh, why do they keep doing this to me? Why? Mm. Welcome back, Cookie. You got them back on Thursday. What happened? What they say? Are you in the clear? Are you doing good? Hopefully you doing good. Oh, that's good. That's good that you ain't got no diabetes. Cause a lot of people got the sugar. You know what I mean? Yeah, the exercise. Yeah, I'm relieved for you too. The exercise. I was thinking about joining something that is not really exercise, but some type of fun activity. Cause I don't think I'm an exercise person. To be honest, I can do a fun activity, like joining a dance class or joining something interesting like that, or um tennis, or I was thinking about tennis or golf, or not really golf, because golf ain't nothing, but volleyball, something like a physical activity that's not really considered, going to the gym, looking at sweaty people. Do you? I heard about the weight loss drug. My insurance wouldn't cover it. I was gonna do it, but my insurance wouldn't cover it, so I can't get it. I don't know how all these people are getting it. But then when I think about it, you have to be on there for the rest of your life. You'll be paying for that for the rest of your life. Because you can't get off of it. You get off of it, you gain the weight back. And that can be overwhelming to gain that kind of weight back like that. There you go. That's what you do. That's what you do. I I have learned, Cookie, nowadays to portion control. I think that's the biggest obstacle that people have when you're bigger, is portion control. And sometimes it's not even really portion, it's what you're choosing to eat that's high calorie. Like, for instance, for example, Cookie, if you go to Starbucks and you get a grande latte, let's just say your day start off with a Starbucks latte. A Starbucks latte is almost 700 to 1,000 calories. So it takes 3,000 calories, 3,500 calories to gain a pound. So you already starting your morning off with 1,000 something calories for a drink. And then you turn around and eat a breakfast sandwich or something. You already knocked out almost half of or you went probably a little bit over half your calories for the day. And then you turn around and if you go eat lunch, let's just say you ain't got a McDonald's meal or something, that's 1,000 something calories. And then if you go home and eat dinner, well then you are already all the way over. You all the way over. And people, don't realize that if you eating 1,000 something calories at breakfast, 1,000 something calories at lunch, 1,000 something calories at dinner, you already way over. And if that item is real sugary, got a lot of sugar in it, you really screwed. So it's about really choosing the right things and eating small portions of bad. If it's something bad, you can't have a lot of it. Right, right. There you go. 5 to 6 months. You got to eat more of the good, less of the bad. That's what I'm saying. And it's hard for a lot of people to do that. It takes time to unlearn. Then even for me, it has taken me up until this point to unlearn. Hey, you can have that, but you can't have the whole thing. You know what I mean? You can't have all that. I brought some muffins, and if I was to eat that muffin for breakfast, then that's all I would. If I was to eat that muffin, I would eat half a muffin and some eggs and have a coffee, okay? And maybe some a fruit or something. That would be okay. But when you eat a whole muffin, a full sugary coffee, plus eggs, plus sausage and all that, that's too much going on. There's too much going on. You got to cut out something somewhere. Our stomachs can only hold 2 to 3 ounces of food at a time. If you eat more than 2 to 3 ounces of food, you already got a problem. Our stomachs can't hold that much. And I think sometimes we forget that. You look at your belly and you think, oh yeah, I got a big belly, but that your stomach is small. You know what I mean? The stomach itself is small. I'm glad you went too. You know what I mean? We forget that our stomachs is small and your stomach can't hold that much stuff. It only can hold so much. And the stuff that you put in your mouth that goes down to your stomach, it better be something in there that can push it all the way down, like fiber. So almost every meal you eat, it gotta have some type of fiber to push this stuff down. We forget that too. Hey, Cyrus. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think stress too, Cookie. If you stressed out, your blood pressure gonna be high. That's why it pays to stay calm and not get yourself all worked up and eating things that help you rather than mess with you. I wouldn't do all that low sugar, low carb, low. I wouldn't do all that. That's too much going on. It's about portion control and not eating that much of the bad stuff. That's it. It's really that simple. When you see skinny people when they eat bad stuff, but they plan for it. They plan for this bad thing. They probably think about it for 3 days. I'm gonna have 2 slices of pizzas on Wednesday. So let me eat a salad on Monday and Tuesday, or let me eat nothing but vegetables on Monday, Tuesday, because Wednesday I'm gonna have those 2 slices of pizza. You know what I mean? So they plan for it. You know what I mean? So if you're going to do it, if you're going to spend all your calories, make sure it's worth it. You know what I mean? Because you can gain a pound just from eating the wrong thing. If you eat a Burger King meal for lunch and then you turn around and eat something equal in calories for dinner, you already screwed. You already screwed up. So calories matter, portion matter, and whatever is, whatever the item ingredients are matter. I find that eating whole foods is probably even better. Eating foods that don't have nothing complex in them. That's why as I've gotten older, I stay away from a lot of processed stuff because, you know, if it's got too many ingredients in it, your body has a hard time breaking that stuff down. Whole foods are probably the better way to go. You know what I mean? Something that has very few ingredients in it, like, vegetables, fruits. It's just one thing. Different breads, like sourdough bread. Sourdough bread usually doesn't have that many ingredients in it. You know what I mean? Something that's not complex. That is what helps you stay a certain size. That's what I have learned, over time. That's probably why I'm not 800 pounds because I tend to, I'm not great at portion control and I'm not great at eating in moderation, but I attribute me not to getting like looking like a huge whale is because I do some of those things naturally. I'll push back and say, you know what, that's enough for that today. I won't eat no more. I will stop myself. There are people that won't stop. They just keep going. I don't think you have to eliminate anything, Cookie. I wouldn't eliminate anything. I would just moderation. I know they say we're all the time. They love to say that to fat people all the time. Well, if you just eat in moderation, if you just not eat like a slob, if you just eat in moderation, you won't have these issues. When they say eat in moderation, it kind of just like what they're saying is don't eat till you pass full. Don't overeat. When your stomach say enough, you should be done. Okay? And understand that that food can wait till the next day. You can eat half today, eat half tomorrow. You don't have to eat it all in one setting. Oh, mm, yeah, that Uber Eats, it'll hurt your pocketbook, okay, and it'll hurt your waistline. I don't trust all that delivery fast food. I don't know how people trust it really. I've tried it a couple of I tried YouTube cut me off again. I tried it a couple times and it's too expensive. Okay, for one, and then you got people that want to urinate in your shit. They want to sip your drink. They eat part of your food and all that. They get mad because you don't tip them enough, or they feel like you didn't tip them at all enough, and they do horrible things. One man was taking people's food into the bathroom with him. So you don't know what these people are doing on their way to deliver your food. It's so easy for them to unstaple and staple that shit back or untape it and tape it back and all that. It's too easy for them to do that nowadays. And so I don't trust those people with no fast food. I'd rather get in the car, go around the corner and get it myself. You know what I mean? We people gotta stop being lazy. They have made these people so rich just because you so lazy to get in the car. Not talking about you, Cookie, in particular. I'm just saying, even me ordering that stuff. I had to think to myself, am I just lazy that I can't get up and go around the corner and get my own stuff? Am I lazy or something? I had to think twice, and I said to myself, you know what? I can't be this. I got to go up here and get my own stuff. You know what I mean? I used to do grocery delivery all the time and stuff like that. And then I had to really have a sit down with myself and say, you know what? If I was sick or something is wrong, like right now, um, every now and then I have to do it because I don't have a car because my car got stolen. So in that instance, I have to. But what I'm saying is, if you got a vehicle, just go on around the corner and get what you want. It's cheaper. And plus they do dynamic pricing on the apps. So they raise the prices. The prices change every minute that you on there. You go to the store, you go to Wendy's, the sandwich meal is $7. On the app it's $12. What's going on? Yes, cooking. Let me tell you, Cookie, I made some what did I make? Oh, I made some Indian food last night. Let me tell you something. I have never made Indian food in my life, and it was so good. I made butter chicken, and I made some basmati rice, and I made what is that? Naan bread. And what I did was took some self-rising flour and mixed it a cup of flour and a cup of yogurt, and I mixed it together and I cooked it in the skillet, and I made naan bread. It was very very good. Very delicious. Very good. When you cook your own food, it lasts longer, you know what I mean? It lasts way longer. Yes, I'm from Indiana. When you cook your own food, it lasts longer, it tastes better, it's fresher, and you don't know what these people are doing to the food at some of these restaurants and stuff. So you gotta really just say to yourself, do I want to save money or not? Here in Indiana, we have grocery stores called Kroger, okay? And I know Cookie, you probably go to Kroger here in Indiana. Um, But Kroger, if you go to the back of the store, they got meat in the back for $5. $5. Packets and packets and packets of meat for $5. So you get $5 of chicken, $5 of turkey burger, $5 of meatballs, stuff like that. You get $5 meat. And with that meat, you can make if you want to cut back, but you want some good stuff, you can make spaghetti squash and use the $5 meatballs. Cut them up, slice them in half. If you gotta feed more than one person, slice them in half and make you some spaghetti with that. You can do that. You can do that $5 meat they got. They got boneless pork chops. You can cut those up. You can make that into something. You can do that and eat it with some vegetables or something like that. So it's cheaper, actually, Cookie. It's cheaper, way cheaper to just go buy the meat and cook it versus buying Uber Eats. It's cheaper just to buy just to your favorite food, you can make it yourself and make it healthier. If you love Taco Bell, you can make Taco Bell cheaper, okay? All you gotta do is to make Taco Bell meat is hamburger, Or you can use turkey burger if you want to, a little bit healthier. You get hamburger and add a little bit of refried beans to it, and that gives it that Taco Bell, texture, that Taco Bell, look to it. You know how they meat is not like real, it's not like hamburger, it's like it's mixed with something. It's mixed with some type of bean. So add some refried beans to the meat, and then you got your taco meat. And you make taco salad. You can make a whole bunch of it. Last you for a week. Put it in the freezer, and anytime you feel like eating taco, you know what I mean? Taco salad, taco this, taco. Just dig you out some meat. There you go. You know what I mean? The thing should be prepare as much meat as you can. Ground meat, ground beef. Cook as much ground beef as you can that you can use for spaghettis, that you can use for uh use for like a bulgogi beef that you can put on top of a sweet potato or something like that. Cook as much meat as you possibly can so that it's easy to just go in there and get your meat that's already cooked in the freezer, unfreeze it, put it in your meal, call it a day. You know what I mean? Everything you buy at fast food, you can make it yourself. You can make those Chick-fil-A sandwiches yourself. All you gotta do is just put the meat in some pickle juice and cook it in peanut oil. Get you some good flour and mix it with some cornstarch and some seasoning, and that's it. And some buttermilk, and that's it. You can make everything you see you love out there in fast food. You can make it yourself. It's cheaper, way, way, way cheaper, way cheaper. I'm telling you, my Indian food, you might as well thought you would have thought was from India. The way I cooked that stuff yesterday, it was very good, very, very good. You know what I mean? I'm proud of myself. So save money. You know, ordering Uber Eats, DoorDash, whatever it is. What's the other one called? Instacart. This stuff gonna have everybody broke. Yeah, make some Indian food. It was good. It was dynamite. It was just too good. Oh, I felt great. I ate that best meal of my life. You know what I mean? So don't order. Cook it yourself. You get more. I've been on the Chinese app Red Note and watching them cook. They take the time out to cook their meal. I know they go eat street food. They don't eat fast food, but they do eat street food here and there. But majority of them cook at home, and they take the time to prepare their food. And they freeze everything. They freeze all their vegetables. They buy a whole bunch of vegetables, they freeze them, and then take them out when they're ready to use them and cook them and stuff like that. So they freeze a lot of meat, a lot of food. They freeze a lot. You gotta see her every 3 months. Wow, that's too much for me. I don't want to be going to no doctor no every 3 months like that's too much. Hey, unknown, how you doing? I don't want to be going to the doctor no every 3 months. Mm-mm. No, she got you on a subscription plan. That's what that sounds like. You know what? Sometimes, Cookie, you know what I think? I think they do that stuff on purpose. I don't know if they machinery is purposely telling you that your numbers are up so you can constantly keep coming back. So they have an excuse to put you on whatever new medicine they trying to sell. We got to start using our critical thinking. You know what I mean? Why is it every time I come in here, my blood pressure up? Okay. But when I'm at home, I'm fine. What is it? What's going on? There's something there. There's something there. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something there. Something is there. I don't know what, but something. Because why? Why? Why every time I step into your doctor's office is something wrong? Okay. It's never just you doing great, everything looks great. It's always, well, everything looks great, but your numbers could be lower. You know what I mean? So I don't know if there's something that they playing a game with everybody's head or something. I remember one doctor told me if I didn't keep coming in, that she was gonna cut me off. So I let her cut me off. Cause you're not about to threaten me. I said, no, you ain't gonna threaten me, but not with your hands. I ain't like her hands anyway. The way her hands look, it freaked me out. And I said, no, you ain't gonna tell me what to do, not with them hands. Mm-mm. No, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. Talking about if you don't keep coming in here, I'm gonna cut you off. Cut me off. I don't care. Yeah, I was that's a subscription doctor. I would seek another opinion. Yeah, I would seek another opinion. That's too much for me. Hey Brian, how you doing? Sometimes you gotta be your own advocate when it comes to dealing with the health industry, dealing with doctors and stuff. Sometimes you gotta make an executive decision when things ain't going right. When the doctor's not talking right or not giving you the results that you need or giving you the support or help you need, it's time to switch up. Don't be scared to switch the doctor. Don't be scared to switch that doctor. Switch them up. As soon as they start acting funny or trying to push you on medication, I remember one doctor told me, "Oh, it says in your chart that you've never been on any medicine. No heart medicine, no nothing." I said, "No." Mm. And as soon as I said that, she went out the office, came back in, out the door, came back in, and said, "Well, we got this new pill. But for what? You just said I haven't been on no medicine. Ain't nothing wrong. Why are you giving me a pill? Oh, this is a trial. A trial for what, man? What you trying to do? What you trying to do? I don't want to be on no subscription medicine that I gotta be on every single month. Yes, subscribe to the channel. Yes, you know what I mean. But that's the game the doctors like to play. They like to play this game of trying to keep you on they new medicines that the pharmacy drop off. The pharmacy people like drug dealers. They just drop off a case of new medicine to the doctor. Hey, pass this out. See if your patients can handle it, and give me feedback. If anybody dies, don't let me know that. But let me know if it works on anybody. Hello, Captain. How you doing? Yeah, that's a lot going on, Cookie. That's a lot going on. That's too much medicine. You know what I mean? Once the doctors push you past one pill and they trying to get you to take two, three, four different kinds of medicine, all these shits got side effects. You ever see some of them commercials? Oh, try our new pill, Constipation Plus. But the side effects of Constipation Plus medicine, the new version, is vomiting, diarrhea, slow diarrhea, fast diarrhea, throat closing, headache, side bending, no sexual activity, no hurting in your back, your lower back, your toes will go numb, your tongue will stop working, your throat may close up every other hour, your ears will start ringing. These are just some of the symptoms that have been reported. If you experience any of these symptoms, please contact your doctor when using constipation plus medication. Me too. They be trying to sell you these pills that get the worst of the worst bios. You know what I mean? If it's gonna do all that, if it's gonna send me to diarrhea city, what the hell am I taking? You know what I mean? Well, what time of day am I supposed to take this pill if it's gonna give me diarrhea? Can I take it before work or do I gotta take it in the middle of the night? You know what I mean? That ruins everything you got going on. You gotta work around a medicine schedule, that's gonna give you diarrhea and all this stuff. But that's what they do. They try to lure you into taking all this medication, and then by the time you about 60 years old, oh my, I wonder why my hips start working. I wonder why my side is hurting, or my knee hurting, all that. Cause they had you on all this stuff for years and years and years. And now it's coming to get you real good right now, to take away your kneecap. That's what all this stuff do. My grandma, before she died taking a bag full of medicine. A bag, a whole bag full of medicine. I remember one time I was sitting next to her on the couch. She said, "Can you pass me my bag of medicine?" I said, "Your bag?" Man, I picked up that bag. It was so heavy. I said, "You can't be serious. You taking all this medicine?" I got to. Who told you you got to? You got to take this whole bag of medicine to function? Girl, please. Girl, please. Ain't no way. And she did. She would pull out all them bottles, fill her little pill case up. I mean, it was so many pills. It was just like, God, how the hell you keep going? And then she died. Okay. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people on medication because these doctors don't want to cure you. They don't want to fix you. They just want to give you a pill. And it doesn't make any sense, you know? And everybody wondering why people are insane and crazy. People are on medication. I remember I was at a job one time, and everybody was sitting around talking and stuff, and you know how when you take medication it's kind of private, or used to be private, and people not gonna tell you what kind of medicine they on. Oh no. Not nowadays. I was at a job and they was sitting around lunch, and oh yeah, I just started my what's that depression medicine? Zoloft or what? I just started Zoloft last week. Oh, you did? How's it going? Cause I'm on such and such. Oh yeah. Oh, I heard about that one. Yeah, I was thinking about getting on that one, switching off of this one. Oh no, I take both of them. Both. You taking both, and you taking both depression medicines at the same damn time? Okay. There's a lot of people taking a lot of medicine. A lot of medicine. You know what I mean? The conspiracy theories real. Which one? Let me know. But a lot of people are ADHD. Now, that needs to be studied. about half the country probably is ADHD. I would say a good 70%. I say 70% of people are ADHD. You know what I mean? 70%. A high number. You know what I mean? They keep coming up with new terms here and there. Lately I heard neurodivergent. I don't even know what the hell that means. Okay. ADHD cookie is hyperactivity. And what it is, you may not know you have ADHD because uh people don't understand it's not symptoms but the behaviors of somebody that get ADHD. When you think ADHD, you think it hyper, jumping all over the place, can't concentrate, can't focus, and all that. And I think it's some of that. But it's also if you are doing a task, say you vacuuming the floor, but then you see a sock on the floor and you pick up the sock, then you go start doing laundry because you realize you need to do laundry. And then from the laundry, you realize you see your reflection of yourself in the mirror, realize you need to go comb your hair. So you start combing your hair. And then you forgot to put the laundry detergent in the laundry, but you're not even thinking about that no more because now you back to vacuuming the floor. So that whole circle right there where you dropping a task, picking up two or three more tasks, and you forget about the original task because you are so focused on the new stuff that's in front of you. So that is ADHD. You know what I mean? If you in a constant revolving like crazy circle of one going from one task to another, and you forget the original task, or you go to the kitchen with a thought of I gotta go get something out the kitchen, but when you get to the kitchen, you start focusing on other things and you forget the original thought. That is ADHD. That is something you probably need to talk to your doctor about. And there's a lot of people experiencing that. You know what I mean? And to some people, that's considered multitask. For years, people would say that's multitask. That's not multitasking. You are abandoning your original task, and in a way, it's kind of dangerous. Because if you got ADHD and you cooking something, let's say you cooking something, you put you put something on the stove to cook, and your mind you see something else that draws in your attention. You start focusing on that. That original task is out of sight, out of mind, as if you never did it. So you gonna burn your whole house down. You can burn the whole house down because you are so focused on the new stuff and you forgot about the old. And you, boy, Larry, people been asking you. Oh, I can't believe you brought us some lasagna. I was teaching today, volunteering, and a woman was talking to my mother, and she said, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Your mom said that you were making lasagna for the Valentine's party here, because this place is about to close, and you're making lasagna. Can you make me my own small serving of lasagna?" I said, "Oh." I said, "Yeah, I can do it." So I don't know. Lasagna must be in the air for people. People are asking me about lasagna. My mama asked me, now this lady done asked me, and now you talking about some lasagna. So there is that. And I make pretty good lasagna, by the way. But anyway, yeah. So a lot of people on medication. That's why you gotta be careful when you talking to people and when you dealing with people and all this kind of stuff. You gotta be careful because there are so many people on medication. A lot of people you wouldn't think is on medication is on medicine. Something is controlling them and controlling their behavior. You know what I mean? Because there are people out here they're taking medication for grief, uh, toxic issues, trauma. They're taking medicine for trauma, um, loneliness, depression, anxiety. You know, people get really worked up being around other people. It gives them anxiety, which never used to be a thing. When I was younger, anxiety really wasn't a thing. You know, you just around people. You know, you were used to being around people because a lot of people had big families. There was always kids around. There's always somebody around. You know what I mean? You rarely spent a lot of time alone, because there were just always people around. So nowadays, you know, kids grow up with just them and they don't have siblings, or you know, it's harder to make friends nowadays. And so, you know, I can understand those kids having anxiety and stuff like that because you're growing up by yourself, and you don't have many friends and stuff. And so you have developed that anxiety once you get around a group of people. Cause you get the confidence just ain't there. Are you too worried about the hey whoa, you too worried about what people think and all that kind of stuff, and then before you know it, you all worked up, and you at a party, you worry about are they looking at your clothes, are they looking at your shoes, are they looking at your hair, are they care that your stomach is too big and too tight, or the skirt is too little, or you too little, or you're swallowed up in the dress or in the pants, or your hair ain't right, and you focus on too many things. And that builds anxiety. And so a lot of people take medication to control that just to be, but really you don't need medication. You know what we used to do? I think the reason why we didn't have anxiety when we was kids is because we ate candy. We ate candy like candy was crack. You hear what I'm saying? We ate them warheads, them sour them cry babies and stuff like that. We ain't had no anxiety. And once we got around people, we were just like, yeah, what's up? What's up? How you yeah, what's going on? Y'all about to we about to have a good time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Meeting new kids wasn't shit. Y'all want to go on the playground? Yeah, I go on the playground. What you do? Yeah. I belly flop on the slide too. Yeah, I go down there too. Yeah. You want to see who can swing the highest? It's me. I can swing so high, I'll flip around this whole pole. You know what I mean? We had candy. We ate candy. We had good candy. This candy y'all got now is toned down. Our candy was like Little John candy, like turned up for what? Our candy had you jumping up and down. That's why your mama and them was like,